Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. It's Angela Palmer and I'm looking forward to crafting and sharing with you today. So welcome to today's Facebook Live, whether you're joining me live, the recording, or whether you're watching this on YouTube. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Today I'm going to share with you the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. And if you're wondering what the decorative masks are, they're kind of like a stencil. So great for ink and sponging with blending brushes, and they can create some wonderful designs on your cards or backgrounds as well. So today I'm going to focus on the flowers. So there's actually 4 masks for this in a step-by-step pattern. So I'm going to show you how that works. Now, if you're on my mailing list, I shared a tutorial earlier in the week, or yesterday actually, using these masks, and it's using some different colors to what I'm doing today. So you can check that out. And I did mention that I'll be showing how to use the masks today, so you can see step by step how it's done. Now, if you're not on my mailing list, you may like to subscribe. I send out an email each week, a bigger one at the beginning of the month, and then some weekly ones. I like to try and share tips and ideas, some tutorials, usually exclusive tutorials that are just for my newsletter, as a thank you for subscribing to me. And I'll keep you up to date with any promotions or specials or things like that. So if you would like to sign up, go to my blog, stampwithangela.co.nz, and there's a sign up bar on the right hand side, or go to stampwithangela.co.nz/free tutorial, and you can sign up there. And I will send you a free tutorial when you sign up. It's a free tri-fold card tutorial. So I'd love to have you sign up, and then you'll be kept up to date with what's happening. Anyway, lots of talking from me. Let's actually get started and do some crafting. So I'm going to show you how to use these wonderful decorative masks. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer as we go, or I may answer later if you're commenting later on. If you are watching this on YouTube, then if you enjoy it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel so you'll be kept up to date with other videos and things as well. So thanks for being here. Let's get busy. Let's do some stamping now, or actually more, paper crafting and not quite so much stamping, but a little bit of inking and masking with our decorative mask today. So let's get started. So this is today's card. So it features the decorative masks, nice colors and things that I've used here. So let me show you these decorative masks. So they come like this, and I have had decorative masks in the past, but I must say these are an improvement. So we've got the sunflower one here. So these are 4, and if you look carefully, there's a notch up the top, and there's also a number. I don't know if you can see it in here. So this is number 1. And then number 2 is the leaves. Number 3 is kind of, oh no, this is not. This is 3, the full centers. And then 4 is partly. So if I line those all up, put them on top of each other, you will see that the notches fit into each other. So that helps you line up. And if you hold it up to the light, you probably can't see on the video, you can kind of see through it, and you can see where all the placings and things are. So that's cool. And that's not the whole kit. There is actually 3 more masks in there. So hopefully I'll remember at the end, and I'll show you how to use those as well. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to start off with a piece that I'm going to use to ink on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just adhere that to my, grid paper to hold it in place. So you need something behind so you can hold it in place. Then I'm going to start with number 1. So very faintly in the corner is a number 1. And I'm going to place it where I want it to fit on the card. So whether you want it up high or low or whatever. So about there. Now the good thing about these, 1, they are white. So you can see where the ink is on this, because with the brownie color ones before, you can't really tell if you wiped all the ink off. So I like the white. The notches help you line it up. So what I'm going to do with the first one is I'm going to draw in that notch, which will help me line it up. Might just do that to keep it straight as well. And the other thing is it covers the whole 6x6, so you're not going to get it accidentally on a card. There was another one a while ago, they had a butterfly and something else, but you had to kind of post-it notes all around so that you didn't get ink where you didn't want to, whereas this, it covers the whole area, which is really good. So I'm going to start off with crushed curry, so my yellow, and I'm going to go over the whole thing. So I've taped it down as you saw, and we're going to start off with some yellow. So I'm just going to start off and then go on. Remember, go lightly first. You can add more colour, but you can't take it away. So tapping it, and then I just start somewhere else. So kind of as light as dark or dark as you like. All right, there we go. Then what I'm going to do, oops, I moved it. But that's okay. That's stuck down, so I line up with my notches. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to use some pumpkin pie. So I'm going for an orange. And I'm going to just do it very, delicately, kind of around the center, so it just slowly kind of blends in. So it's predominantly yellow with just a little bit of orange, just around the center of, whoops, keep it still, like so. So you could have a sneak peek. Look at that. I can't see quite so much orange on that one, so I'm going to just do a little bit more. But do you like that? So you could have fun with all sorts of colours. Yeah, there we go. I definitely like the fact that these are white rather than brown too, Joe. So now you can see this has got yellow ink on it, so you can wipe it down or run it under the tap and let it dry. So that's the first one. Now they've got for the second one the leaves. So line it up with that notch and place it down. Now obviously these leaves are in a particular place, but you could, adjust it later. But we're just going to go with what they're suggesting to start with, and then once we've done that a bit, then we can try variations. But I want to keep it fairly simple today. So I'm going to go with garden green. Let's move that out the way. And so I'm using my blending brushes. So I love my blending brushes. So I'm going to daub that and go with the ink. So just, you can do lightly at first, but I want it quite prominent, so I'm actually going to go down and push a lot harder to get nice dark green leaves. Now, obviously this is quite wide. It doesn't do the whole leaf thing. And if you actually look at mine here, I've actually hidden that bottom leaf. So, yeah, that's okay. Now, if I wanted to, let's have a look. Lift it up. I could, without the notch, put other leaves in other places if I wanted. Obviously, you've got to be careful where the other spaces are. But, there's the option for that. But we'll just keep it as it is at the moment. Right, coming in with number 3. So line it up with that notch again. Line it up the top. I do like to just tape it down if I can, just to keep it in position as I am doing the inking of it. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to go for some crumb cake. Now, you could have lots of fun coming up with all sorts of colour combinations with this. Obviously, this is a slightly more traditional sunflowery kind of colour. But I've seen pinks and purples and blues and all sorts of things. So my challenge to you is, what other colour combinations can you come up with? Right, just making sure my notches are lined up and things. So this is number 3. Just kind of that whole centre of the flower. Okay, and then lucky last, number 4. So lift that. So I've taped that to the paper so it's not moving. So that's really good. Number 4, also a hint. If you're not sure which way it goes, if you look at the number, you'll see it. It's not on that side. I know you can't see in the video, but you can see it on that side. So then you know it's the right way up. So that's another little tip as well. So lining it up with my notches and my line, taping it down. And then I'm going to go through with a slightly darker colour. And this time I'm going to go for Pecan Pie. So that's one of the newer browns. I love this colour. All All right, let's get another blending brush, go for the darker colour. So welcome to everybody that's online today. I think we've got Helen and Joe and Elaine and Natalie, I think. Thank you for joining us live, possibly someone else. Appreciate you being here, and anyone that's watching it later. All right, here I am with my pecan pie. And that kind of shows through. How's that? So has anybody else seen these, tried them? I wasn't sure initially, but I love them. There we go. And that's the lighter colors come through, and then that's, the darker goes through all those holes. So obviously we're going to give these a wipe down or a rinse, and that is our card base. Now I'd stuck this down, but we can do that. And yeah, putting our card together. All right, so I'll show you my original again so you can remember what we're doing. I'm just going to close some ink pads so I don't get ink in the wrong places. So tip to closing, then put your thumb in there, pull and flip. All right, so I'm using the double oval punch. Oops, just got ink on me when I was closing that one, so let's just wipe my hands. Not good. Okay, using the double oval punch for my sentiment. And the thank you is from, I believe, the Timeless Charms set. So what I'm going to do is this is going to go onto here and then on my card front. But I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and punch this out. Push it in as far as I can go, because I want to make sure that there's an edge. And then I'm going to stick that onto there without the dimensional, like so, and onto my card front. And you wouldn't know that there is a gap there. Now, I wouldn't tend to do it on an inside layer, because if you're writing your message, it might be a little bit bumpy. But on the front, no one's going to know. All right, so let's glue these together. Do you like glue or seal? I like, glue or seal. I like glue because then I can adjust it. Okay, now before we put it on the card front, what do I need to do? Can you see? Can you see what I need to do? I need to add some twine. So I'm going to add a bit of tape to the back. Sometimes you have to roll it on a little bit. Some seal. And I'm going to be economical. You've probably seen me do this a million times. But we're going to start here. And we're going to go across, and we're going to bend it back and go across. I like to crisscross them over, bend it over and back. Now I'm going to cut that off and then do my bow separately using my ribbon scissors. Okay. And so you could glue that down. You could dimensionalize it if you want. But I'm going to keep it simple and glue it down. So let's do it like that. How's that? Cool. All right, our bow. So let me just cut them off. So I'm going to thread it underneath and tie a bow about halfway. Oh, now I was going to show you another tip, but I've forgotten. You could also emboss that to give it a bit of texture, but I forgot to try that. So I think I've got a spare, so I'll show you after. Okay, so we're going to put that, and I need to stamp my thank you. So I'm going to use the pecan pie. That's my sort of framing colour, and it's nice and dark. Now, if I was to stamp on a piece like this here and punch it out, obviously I'm going to be punching that one too, which I don't want. So stamp it on a strip, and then you're not going to waste so much. So then you're going to punch it like this. Wasn't that cool? All right, and then that's just punched like that, and you don't waste it. Okay, if I was using scraps to do this one, I'd do a strip as well, but obviously we were using the bit behind. So we do end up with this, which we don't need, but may find a use for it later. You could use that and white emboss a sentiment on it or something like that. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to do a little bit. I still want to see more of the flower. I still like it more. You can either have it over that or down here. Should we do it a bit different this time? Let's put it there. If you do it over the twine, I try and put dimensionals either side so it's over this. But let's try a little bit lower this time so I can just put my dimensionals straight on. And as always, oh, here they are. I'll say during a live, something, even though everything was right next to me, it's not next to me anymore, but I found them. Okay, so I'm going to do something different, and that way you'll get to see a little bit of my leaf as well. Try and straighten it. Okay, how's that? All right, to finish it off, always add a bit of bling. So I am using, I think these are my go-to because colour-wise, they can go with anything. They sort of pick up the colour around them, but yeah, if you've got other things that are of coordinating colour, go for it. So these are the irresistible rhinestones, basic jewels, I think. So let's put a big and a medium over here, sort of use up that space, and then kind of get that triangle look. I'm going to put one there. So there's the two cards. Which do you like, over the thing or lower down? Both look quite nice. Okay, let me show you the other ways of, or the other masks that are in the pack. So there are 3 more. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be able to see. So we've got this one here, which is snowflakes. So these are a bit narrower. And this one here, which is kind of good for autumn and things, leaves. And this last one is a bit wider, you'll see. And I think, isn't this called like a houndstooth or something like that? So those are the 3. So you'll see this one is a bit wider than these 2. So I have not made a card, but I have inked them up so you can see what they're like. So this is the snowflake one. So I've gone for a boho blue in that one. This is the houndstooth. I've gone for an ombre kind of look with moody mauve darker and then getting a bit lighter. So that covered the whole thing because it's a little bit wider. And then this one here is the leaves, and you might want to, because it gets a bit narrow, you might want to trim the sides off. So I've gone for 3 colours. I've got to remember what they are now. I think there was copper clay, pumpkin pie, and then crushed curry. So they would be great for backgrounds and things too. So again, I would adhere it down, tape it down, and then go over it nicely. Now be careful with this one because it's obviously got lots more holes and things in it, so you don't want to lift it up accidentally. But I think these create some great patterns, and the white is good because then you know if you still have ink on it like I do on there, so I know I need to clean it. So yeah, really good. And obviously with the flower, those notches make it nice and easy for positioning too. So what about the backgrounds? Which background do you like the most? I love the snowflakes, but obviously here in New Zealand, you don't get snow at Christmas, so that's the only tough thing. All right, so any questions about the decorative masks or today's card here? Now, unfortunately, I've got a little bit of ink up there, which is really annoying. But what I'm going to do is, this is a cool folder. This is the exposed brick. So it kind of looks like a brick pattern as well as sort of words. So we'll put that in. Make sure it's straight. And then we will bring our machine up and put it through. So I have to use my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because it's a wide folder. So put it down, and then it's a 3D embossing folder. So put that through and wind it through. And I'll show you what it looks like. So just to kind of step it up. So we'll move this out the way. So if you want quick and simple, just with that kind of ink, go with that. If you want to step it up with a bit of texture, this is what you can do. So minus that, can you see how it adds some texture to it as well? So that's pretty cool. And for this one too, it was a little bit further down, a little bit brighter. I think I put a bit more ink on with those ones. But yeah, you can have a play around, keep it simple like that, or you can add some texture to it as well. So I hope you've got lots of ideas from today's Facebook Live. And if you would like to purchase the decorative masks, you can do that through my online store. You can order it yourself, or you can contact me and I can help order it for you. And remember, you'll get the 4 flower ones together as well as the 3 background. It's all one pack, which is great value. It's $22.25. So very great value, and there's all sorts of possibilities that you can do with those masks. So before I go, just want to let you know about the current promotion at the moment. So for the month of October, Stamping Up are offering a 35% offer on joining up. So this year is 35 years since Stamping Up started in America. And so they're celebrating with a chance to join up, to join new people as demonstrators. So you can either get $35 off the starter kit. So usually a starter kit is $189, and you get to spend up to $285 worth of product. So you're getting like nearly $100 extra, and you get to choose what you want. I mean, some stamps and inks and cardstock and things are great, punches maybe. But with this special offer, you're getting 35% off. So it's only costing you $122.85 for a starter kit, and that's $285 worth of product, which is amazing. And there's free shipping. If you like more product, you can still pay the usual price of $189, and you get 35% more. So you get like nearly $100 more. You get $384.75 worth of product to choose from. Imagine all the different things you could choose, and you get free shipping with that. And wait, there's more. So as well as signing up, you will get a bonus of free attendance to Stamping Up's on-stage demonstrator event. It's virtual, so it's online because we've got an in-person one next year. And it's a great way to see what Stamping Up do, to see some new upcoming product, and to be inspired and have fun. Obviously, gatherings are great being in person, but this is great. Not everyone can come, because you might be all over the country and can't necessarily travel to where it is happening, but you can do it online. So usually we have to pay to do that, and it's over $100, but you get that for free. So it's a great way to see what Stamping Up offer and to be inspired. Now you might be thinking, yes, I'll join, but what does that mean? So you need to meet your quarterly minimum. So each 3 months you need to have so much in sales, whether you're buying it for yourself or get orders from others. You have to spend, it's around $350 New Zealand per quarter, whether you choose to do that in one order or each month. It's totally up to you. And the reason I say about $350, it's because of exchange rates and things, and obviously there's a set amount, and it depends on for New Zealand dollars. It kind of changes slightly, but around that. But of course, with your discount, you get 20% off. Then it costs, you're actually only paying about like $470 sort of thing. So if you'd like to know more, feel free to ask questions. There's no pressure. I know some people just, want to buy your product, not worry about joining up. You don't have to do classes and things if you don't want to. If you want to do classes like I do, great. You might just want to get together once a month with a group of friends and just bring your own projects, or maybe you could teach them something if you want to. And if they happen to order, great. If not, you can just get it for yourself. So have a think. This offer is for October, so you need to sign up by the end of the month. I've got team members from all over New Zealand, from way down in Invercargill, a few down there, to up north, getting towards Kerikeri, plus Auckland and in between. So we connect monthly online via Zoom, and there's Facebook groups and other things as well, and I'm here to support you. So love you to join my team, and it's lots of fun. And there's connections as well of meeting new people, whether it's customers or other demonstrators and that kind of thing. So lots of fun. Feel free to ask more, and no pressure if you decide that it's not for you. So remember, 35% off or 35% more. That's an awesome deal. So just a reminder of what we did today. Today's card using our masks, and you can also step it up with a bit of embossing on it as well. So thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you being here. Remember, if you're not on my mailing list, please sign up, stampwithangela.co.nz, and look for the sign up on the right-hand side bar, and I'd love to be able to share more with you. So thanks for being here today. If you've got any questions, do let me know, and I look forward to sharing with you again. I'm here each Thursday at 1:30. So thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.